Here's the Jaguars in red uniforms and white trim. Evan Hall trying to get an early start in this one. Now we're underway. Sandy Cohen will bring it across the timeline. Glad you could be with us for this Horizon League game. Big contest for both teams. Tank Hemphill, beautiful little hook on the left side.
Well, again, that's his game. He likes to get to that mid post and back you down, and he's able to elevate and score it. And again, you look at him, he's, again, not that big, but big and hard, able to create some contact and get that shot off to set it off for the Phoenix.
2-0 Phoenix, first possession for IUPUI. It's a turnover. Manny Patterson poked it away. Here come the Phoenix, Jaquan McLeod. He's been a good one. Was dropping it off to PJ Pipes. And an easy bucket for the Jaguars as Grant Weatherford lays it in.
And Weatherford might not get an easier basket all year long. Miscommunication there, Pipes cutting through, and the pass came, and I'm sure he was not expecting that.
So 2-2. Pipes to Patterson. Back to Pipes. They go inside. Sandy Cohen working on the block. Elevates. That one falls off. Rebound by Hall. And then the illegal screen. So a little dribble handoff action for the Jaguars. And one of the tough things on that is the illegal screens.
Yeah, you get your big, doesn't get the move into the, and yeah, you see it there, clearly not set. And Goss just not able to get set, makes the contact, it's an automatic offensive foul. Again, it's a good call. It's a good call there. Good set, little elevator action, the elbow, and the crowd able to squeeze through and get a shot off, but this has been kind of a choppy, like for the start, it's been real choppy. No flow, kind of weird. Both teams trying to maybe wake up a little bit, knock off the rust. A couple days off now, or what, huh?
Phoenix coming off a 2-game road trip Thursday and Saturday over in Michigan. Not a good trip for the Phoenix. They went into that weekend 3-0, leading the Horizon League, came out with a couple of losses, find themselves in 4th place in the standings.
Yeah, gave up a lot of points. And again, you got a team that's, it's like, and you see this a lot with younger teams, and then for the Phoenix, they rely on some junior college guys. That level of intensity turns up in conference. So you go on the road, and it's like you have a completely different team than you do at home. And that's what this team kind of has to figure out.
Jaquan McLeod with 3 free throws.
Usually you can get by with just being good enough at home, but on the road, you got to have almost a road identity.
Well, and that's what makes those those home games so much more important. You've got to take care of business on your home court. So far, so good for the Phoenix. Good defense by Hemphill.
Yeah, Hemphill locked down on the wing.
Hall working his way, spinning for the bucket.
Yeah, Hall with a big-time post move. Able to pivot, drop that elbow into the sternum.
And Manny Patterson whistled for the offensive foul, dropped that shoulder.
Yeah. Kind of mad he got on the other end, tries to go straight through him. And Hall just stands there and takes it in the chest. Good call by the officials. Typically, you got to get that on the second bump, but that was so blatant, I felt like the officials had to call it. And they did.
5-4 Green Bay. First team foul for the Phoenix. IUPUI already has a couple of team fouls. Justice double team, they'll kick it out. Weatherford kicks it to the corner. Goss knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, no communication. Yeah, 2 people closing out to Weatherford there, and he just makes one more pass. And Hall knew what to do with it from the corner. Excuse me. Goss knew what to do with it from the corner, yeah.
So now a Phoenix turnover. When you talk about the guys trying to shake off some rust, Phoenix still in their winter break. They don't go back to school for another, or more than a week. The 28th is when they go back to school. So
yeah, really long break this year.
One of the things Coach Darner reminding the guys last night after practice is get your rest, get the proper rest. Don't be sleeping till 12:30.
You got to get
stay
up.
on your schedule.
And I remember as a player, you would have those team breakfasts and whatnot set up so you wouldn't be able to sleep in all night or all day long.
And a block coming up on the Phoenix. That'll go against McLeod.
Yeah, McLeod not able to get set to slide in there. I don't know. He felt like, again, that's those bang bang plays. You know, Ted, where I'm at with the charge call. You know, get him the inconsistency in the correctness of those calls over the course of all the games. I thought he was in decent guarding position, but at the same time, you have an argument to Justin that started his upward motion before he was set. So.
And a miss. One of the top scorers in the nation, Cameron Justice, averaging close to 20 points a game, top 40 in the nation. Yeah, on a call like that, you're almost better off not having any call.
Yeah,
but then bodies hit the floor,
yeah,
so
you gotta call something. Can't have a, for the most part, when you have that much contact, it's either got to be a block or a charge.
Kick out top of the key. And Pipes knocked it away.
Yeah, Pipes got lucky there. He closed out. And Weatherford went right by him. Able to get a deflection.
Cam Hankerson, Cody Schwartz, and Hunter Chris check into the ball game for the Phoenix. We talked about Hankerson in the pregame show. Goss missed at point blank range. Break for the Phoenix. Sandy Cohen back to work. Three defenders and a foul coming up on Evan Hall. Actually, they're going to get Weatherford.
They got him across the arm, he said.
Hall did the majority of the damage, but after the foul, there's a timeout on the floor, so we'll step away. You're watching Horizon League basketball on ESPN+.
IUPUI, they're shooting 57%, and a lot of it has to do with communication errors. So the guys just got to turn it up a little bit and trust each other, and obviously getting Sandy Cohen going will help make life easier for the Phoenix.
Sandy Cohen, the lone senior on the team out of Seymour, Wisconsin, just down the road. Started his college career at Marquette. Transferred. Had more than a half a season with the Phoenix last year and gets the whole season this year in Green Bay, and what a welcome addition he has been the last couple of years here for the Phoenix. Missed by Justice, offensive rebound, and the putback. Good job in there by Elijah Goss.
Yeah, Goss on the weak side with the wedge, able to get that off, and that's a great transition pass by Cohen to Hempel, who was in the middle of the paint.
Half-court pass.
Yeah, it was right on the money, though. And one of the more probably underappreciated parts of Sandy Cohen's game is his passing ability. That's that point forward position for this Phoenix team.
Hall makes a move on Cohen. And they will get Sandy Cohen on the push.
And again, off balance, leaning in, and you had Hall able to use his momentum, his body lean against him, spin off him on the baseline, and Cohen picks up the foul. It's good offense.
Last time down the floor, Cohen hit the deck, kind of still shaking off like some kind of.
Yeah, he rolled it, like he rolled his ankle
like
or something.
Ankle?
Yeah. And then now you got Justice. He's had 3 shots, all of them been short, so you also wonder sometimes if them legs hit you mid-season here. Them shots are falling short like that.
3 Jaguars around that rebound. Getting after it on the boards. Weatherford almost lost his balance, gives it up. McCall looking inside to Hall. Hall is a monster inside so far.
And he's got that baby hooked down, looking like Teddy Stefaniak in the paint.
Turn the clock back a few decades. Goss fighting for that rebound. He's slow to get up. Meanwhile, Weatherford brings it down court. His pass is broken up. Hunter Christ on the break. Attacks, changes direction midair, and Hunter with the pretty bucket.
Hunter Chris being aggressive. I like the mentality. Phoenix come up with a steal on one end, and usually when they turn it over, Sandy Cohen with the steal. They're able to create points on the other side.
Inside to Hall. Pass was a little too long. Good job by Hall just to save the possession. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Weatherford nowhere to go. Passes it inside to Justice, who beat Hankerson to the hoop.
That's too easy. You know, again, gets cut behind, no weak side defense. You got to shrink, close when the ball's on that opposite side. You got to have a weak side help over, and you get the best player on the court, best scorer on the court, excuse me, a wide open look for a layup. And sometimes that's all a guy like him, like Justice, needs to get going.
Hankerson reverses direction, tries to reverse the layup, and Hall with a big rejection, but Tank looking to attack the basket, comes up with the offensive foul.
Oh yeah, Hall is bouncy. A couple big blocks, one counted and one didn't.
Well, we've seen his strength, now we see his hops.
Man.
The block.
I wish I could say turn back the clock for that. I never had it like that. I wish I could.
Well, I didn't have that part of the game. I didn't have the strength, the hops, the shot. What was I doing out there? So a 4-point lead for IUPUI as we bring it back to 2019. DJ McCall guarded by Hemphill. Inside, Ahmed Ishmael in the game for the first time. 7'1". Ishmael, the 23-year-old senior, is going to turn 24 next week.
Veteran. Veteran.
Yeah. Originally out of Cairo, Egypt. Tried to photobomb us during our pregame show.
Yes, he did. We couldn't get it done in one take, though. That's a good cut and good action. Same thing for IUPUI there, though. Everyone's hugged up on the weak side. Smart play by Sandy Cohen to step high and backdoor cut, knowing they're trying to deny him that pass. A great pass by Hankerson. And Hankerson, another one of the underrated pieces of his game, his passing ability.
Cohen has 4 points in the game. Hemphill broke it up, but then Schwartz's pass is picked off, and then a highlight reel.
Yep, Goss gets the steal. That's the worst when you turn it over and get dunked on. I've been a part of that before. Schwartz not you always hope you can make your next shot to make up for it, and Schwartz not able to convert the three there.
Running shots, missed. And Ishmael.
Another turnover. McCall dropping the hammer. 2 hands just to make sure it was going down, huh?
Still a 4-point game. You're watching ESPN Plus. All set up by a turnover. Pass from Cody Schwartz picked off.
And
DJ McCall.
2 hands? That make the highlight reel. Right there, you go back for film. They put that one on for you. They look out. Try to boost your ego a little bit.
McCall, he's another 23-year-old senior. A couple of double-digit games the last couple of outings.
And you always embellish the older you get of how that dunk actually occurred. You just keep adding on to the lore.
Jalen Minette in the game, had that last rebound. Nick Rogers also in the game. He's got the ball. McCall still in the game with Goss and Ishmael. McCall looking for the shot. He's short. Trevian Bell with the rebound. Over the top, Cameron Hankerson unable to pull that one in. That was a little deep.
Yeah, PJ Pipes got put a little bit on that one. I said maybe LeBron would have when he got that one. PJ knew it right away too. And again, it's just been a weird flow to this game. It just hasn't been a clean played game to this point. And I like the 2-2-1 press by the Phoenix to try to keep IUPUI from running so much other offense. Again, just as short on another shot. I think that's a good strategy.
Pipes, quick shot from the corner. Schwartz, offensive rebound. Clears some room away from his teammate, and then a travel.
Yeah, he did big time rebound. Definitely slid the pivot on that second dribble. And so now again, you talk about IUPUI in this game is 8 of 16 from the floor, but they have 6 turnovers. Phoenix, 4 of 13 with 7 turnovers. So again, just all the turnovers has been the thing that's made this game just kind of feel clunky. There's been no flow.
Phoenix been averaging just over 12 turnovers a game.
They take care of the basketball. So again, just one of those weird nights.
Ishmael working against a much smaller Trey Bell. And Ishmael,
yeah, he's long
with the finish.
So long it looked like a travel. I thought he held his pivot foot.
Trey Bell, and another offensive foul.
And that had to be something that this IUPUI team saw on tape. I mean, they do take their share of charges, and if you're Trey Bell, you had the wall built up. And I know you got McLeod in the corner wide open with 3 people. You got to just come to a jump stop and pitch that.
Six-point lead, IUPUI, and they've got the ball, looking for more. Ishmael, 7-1, comes up, sets a screen, little pick and roll. Josh McNair doing what he can against the big center. Good drive, broken up. Hankerson on the break. He didn't have numbers. He had speed, went right through the 2 defenders that were in front of him.
And Crafty, he threw the ball through both of them and then hunted it down with his speed. That's a nice transition bucket off of the block shot.
Very rare where you see a guy that doesn't have numbers create the reverse on the numbers.
With the dribble.
My goodness. Some pretty hard screens being set out there right now. Justice continues to look for the bottom of the cup. PJ Pipes in there with Ishmael.
And Ishmael has it locked between his legs, which I thought was illegal, but they called the jump ball first. By any means necessary. I love seeing everybody hitting the floor, though. Shows you how much this game means when guys are trying to sacrifice their body, diving on the floor for loose ball.
See, we're happy to have the possession arrow tonight instead of the old-time jump. 6'2" PJ Pipes against 7'1" Ahmed Ishmael. Minette. He'll kick it to the corner. Justice finally knocks down the 3-pointer.
And you know what? You knew he was going to make one eventually, but he never got rattled. I mean, slow start. He's now 2 for 7, 2 for 8, 1 of 5 from 3.
Jaquan McLeod answers with a 3-pointer.
And he's more than capable from 3.
Jaquan only 9 points in that last game. Double dribble. So a turnover here by IUPUI. And like you said, both teams struggling with the turnovers right now. Look at that McLeod 3-pointer.
Knockdown. And both teams just really cannot take care of the basketball. It's been again, a weird flow to this game. You got to send some positive energy out there.
Pipes missed the 3-pointer, and then McNair called on the foul on the rebound. Well, IUPUI, they split their games last week. Beat Cleveland State, then lost to Youngstown State. Game on Saturday, an 82-76 loss to Youngstown State. Jaguars really struggled from the 3-point line in that first half. 1 of 10 in that game. And so far, 2 of 6 in this game. Minette trying to get to the hoop, gives it up to Justice. Justice triple teamed. Ball on the court, and the Phoenix will get it. I never had one of those.
Oh, okay.
We're going to talk about that. And we got a 4-point game against Green Bay. IUPUI with the lead. Sandy Cohen misfires on the 3. Rebound by Weatherford. Down the court quickly to Jack Hansen. Hansen working on Cohen. The hook shot didn't fall. but it does fall in the hands of Cameron Justice. Keep an eye on him. Drops it off inside. Evan Hall and an offensive foul. Good job by Tank Hemphill. He was called for an offensive foul earlier in the game, returns the favor.
Yeah, definitely. And Hall, he's very physical in the post, uses those shoulders. And I love everyone's holding Hansen accountable, though. He said, you got to go up with your first shot. I pick up that foul because you didn't shoot the first one. Got to shoot that layup.
Hemphill. His shot is blocked by Hall. Those two going back and forth.
Hall just got great timing.
We get a foul before the slam dunk attempt. And Jaquan McLeod? Or did they get 10? Let's see. Well, some free throws coming up for Nick Rogers. So Rogers, junior out of Indianapolis. Knocks down the first one, coming off an 8-point game against Youngstown State. Some Wisconsin ties to his game. His father, Felix, played at UW Whitewater.
And we got to see Nick played one season for the former Phoenix coach, Todd Kowalczyk at Toledo. Talking about Wisconsin ties.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
What else you got?
We got Josh McNair missing the layup.
Okay. Maybe had one more Wisconsin tie. I was betting on you.
Bringing it back. Not a lot of Wisconsin ties with IUPUI. Good job by McNair to break up that pass. Another turnover for the Jaguars. 10 in the game already for the visitors. They normally average about 14 turnovers a game. And Sandy Cohen, that hardly moved the net.
Oh, he's been locked in from three, shooting at a high tick. And anytime you're a guy that's 6'6", over 40%, you should command a lot of. Oh my goodness, that was a big time pass and finish.
Cameron Justice behind the back.
And Hall with the elevation, able to dunk it home.
Might see that one on some highlight reels somewhere tonight. My goodness. Weatherford all the way to the hoop.
That's just a straight line, too easy. And McNair's got to learn you can't open close this half out the right way. And if you're IUPUI, you got to keep doing what you're doing, being aggressive. You're in the bonus. Opportunities to get to the line, just keep attacking.
All right, I believe the score you see on your screen right now is incorrect. I believe it's 27-21. There is no score being posted at the arena either, but the clock is working, so the officials let this game go on. So the crowd is a little bit in the dark as to what the score is as well. 6-point lead for IUPUI. Justice inside to Hall. Hall's been outstanding tonight. 6 points. Goss keeps it alive. Couple of offensive rebounds. They get 3 offensive rebounds. Coach Darner's not going to be happy about that.
No, it's a lot of offensive rebounds. Just effort right now.
And another hoop for Hall.
And on the pick and roll, good patience.
Hall 8 points in the game. Here's Sandy Cohen again, and back-to-back three-pointers for Sandy Cohen.
And the Phoenix needed that in the worst way. 29-24 now. We do have scores back on in the rush.
Looks like everything's operational. And we got another moving screen on that dribble handoff.
And I don't know how they're arguing that. The call looked at the ref like he didn't do anything to move the screen.
Yeah.
I've been here as a player. Ref, I didn't touch him.
It's always good to have the replay, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So now Manny Patterson. Take what the defense gives you, but long on the jumper.
He's improved that area of his game. Just not able to knock it down there.
Patterson challenging Hall. A rare miss for Hall tonight.
A nice rebound by Chris.
He'll pull up for the 15-footer and knock it down. So
yeah, good decision there.
Chris, couple of hoops already tonight.
Yeah, quality minutes off the bench. There is still.
Chris forced the issue. He's looking backwards at Sandy Cohen.
And Sandy was calling trail, and the defender knew that Chris wasn't looking to score, able to jump that passing lane. I think Chris, you come in, you made a couple of buckets. You got that steal, go look to be aggressive.
Had Trevian Bell with him on the break. Here's Justice. That was a quick release. Good for two.
Yeah, absolutely. Quick baseline sweep as well. Quick decision.
31-26.
Justice off to that slow start. Look up, he's got 7 points already.
Sandy Cohen, that one was from the outer limits. Then a quick break. Weatherford on the other end. Cohen got a piece of it.
Big time hustle by Cohen not to give up on that play. Took 2 points off the board.
Yeah, got a late start on it, but made up for it with the hustle and the block. Hall fighting for the rebound. It eventually falls in the hands of Justice. (31-26) IUPUI. Manny Patterson with a steal. Now Cam Hankerson challenged at the bucket, but Hankerson with a finish and a timeout for the Jaguars. As the Phoenix.
There's going to be some halftime adjustments, but I think this is one of those old school conference games. We're going to have a very physical game. And as the game gets into the second half, I think that physicality will probably pick up. But yeah, somebody's going to have to sit down, get some stops, and make some shots and figure out a way to create some separation in this game.
Patterson kicked it out of bounds. So IUPUI has the ball. 1:52 remaining in the half, 16 seconds on the shot clock. When you look at the size difference with Manny Patterson and Ishmael.
Ishmael's long.
Patterson's 6'8". And we're going to get a foul on, well, who'd they call that on?
They called it on Manny Patterson. I don't know what they called him with the body, or let's see it. Wasn't straight up, he got all ball.
Foul came in from the far side.
It happens.
Yeah, tough call. And that sends Cameron Justice to the free throw line. He doesn't need any help scoring. 10 points in the game for Justice. 2015 Mr. Kentucky. Looking at some of his accomplishments over his career, 4 straight trips to a state championship in high school. Cohen drops off to Patterson. Patterson, oh, that falls out.
That's
Manny.
nice. Yeah, it was both good movement, quick swing. Cohen attacks on the catch, then drops a no-look pass off to Patterson. Almost gets that to drop.
They're always worried about making that shot adjustment against those big guys.
You have to. Otherwise, they send you back home with it.
Well, sometimes you used to be able to use the ball fake. You don't see the ball fake on the block as much as you used to.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Not as much as you used to.
Manny Patterson out of Kenwood Academy in Chicago, just a sophomore with the Phoenix. Will cut the lead to 33-29. IUPUI still with the lead. Rogers, Justice drops it off again, and wow, DJ McCall through traffic in the finish.
DJ McCall able to take that contact, hang and hold, and finish. That's a nice drop off by Justice.
Patterson lost the handle. Goss had it for a moment. Cohen took it away from him. Sandy now. Well, now a whistle.
Yeah, well, there was a change of possession. Like Goss tried to make a pass, and they never reset the shot clock. And if you're the Phoenix, you're happy because you get more time back, but you're also mad because Cohen had a one-on-one ISO with Ismail as the defense was scrambling. So either way, 2-for-1 situation now. 49 on the clock, 26 on the shot clock. I'm assuming the Phoenix will go quick here and try to get a quick look to get 2 shots to close out the halftime. Play the analytics on that one.
Cohen drops it off. Chris thought about the 3. Puts it on the floor. There's the ball fake. Schwartz stuck, kicks it out to Hankerson. Good ball movement by the Phoenix.
And if Schwartz would have went to the rim, he would have had a wide open layup on that drop off from Chris.
Schwartz will try a 3-pointer. That is short. Sandy Cohen comes flying through the lane for the putback.
And that's another way to get a 2-for-1. Get that tap back.
Shot clock is off. 20 seconds remaining on the game clock. Rogers.
Sandy Cohen for 12 points now.
Justice. Wild 3-pointer. Cohen with the ball. Plenty of time. 3, 2. Lost the handle. Christ is hammered. IUPUI with a 6-point win. And again, things tight here at the Rush. 4-point game at halftime as the second half is underway. Phoenix with the ball. Tank Hemphill. Jaquan McLeod, 15-footer. Kind of a quiet night for Jaquan. Only 6 points in the game, 1 of 4 from the field.
He hasn't had a lot of clean looks. IUPUI doing a good job giving him a lot of attention. There's another straight line drive. McCall able to get straight to the rim. And that situation, we had a double high screen. Cohen's got to do a good job, a better job of getting in between himself and the ball handler. And good help by the Seaside official, able to help them get that call correct. But you got to send them to the ball screen. You got 2 screeners there. You got to send them towards your help. And clearly deflected there.
So the Phoenix will have the ball under their own hoop. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Drop it into Cohen. McLeod. He wants to go all the way to the hoop and gets a kind bounce on the rim.
Well, we call that, that's called touch. You post fellas may not know nothing about that. You get it that high and get it to bounce that many times, roll in, that's called touch.
That was about as high of a floater as I've seen in this building or any building.
Well, I think you look at Hall only at 6'7", makes his presence aware, though, as a shot blocker. He definitely has something to do with that.
Kick to the corner. Cameron Justice working against McLeod. Picked off by Hemphill. Sandy Cohen now, one-on-one to the rack. And the finish for Sandy. 14 points in the game for Cohen.
And that's the start that the Phoenix needed here. 4-0 run to start this half. A couple of easy buckets. Well, one not so easy, but that one, nice steal and run out.
And Goss all the way to the hole. Another foul and a 3-point opportunity for the Jaguars.
And Tank Hemphill, I don't know what he was trying to jump a passing lane. He ended up giving up a wide open cut to Goss and helped defenses late. He tried to jump a passing lane that wasn't there. And Patterson gets Goss on top of the head with the foul, and Goss strong enough to finish.
Missed the free throw. So it remains a 4-point lead for IUPUI. Hemphill lost the handle. Steal by McCall. McCall, the senior. This time he is rejected by Patterson, and another foul. Manny Patterson upset with himself.
And I felt like on that one, McCall had lost his balance. And if Manny Patterson just would have stayed straight up and down, he wouldn't have made the shot anyways. You see it here. No need to come down.
So McCall at the free throw line. This IUPUI team, they shoot a lot of free throws. No doubt about that. 21st nationally in free throws made this season, coming in with 298 made free throws.
Yeah, you do that by getting to the rack, and they do that better than most. Talking about, now that's a friendly roll there. On the road, hit the stick. Nice pass by Cohen, and better finish by McNair.
Josh McNair with the slam. But you're right. Phoenix have been better in the transition than in the set offense tonight. And PJ Pipes whistled for the foul.
Again, in the Phoenix, you know, they foul a lot. That's one of the things this season that's been pretty consistent with them. It's 3 fouls now in the first 2:20 of this half. And in a game where you don't want to put anybody in the bonus early, that definitely does not help.
Something in that out-of-bounds play Coach Garner didn't like.
No,
So somebody didn't follow through on the play call, and then a turnover.
They stopped over at practice, and they definitely spent some time trying to take away baseline out-of-bounds plays and the box set. So you saw it there.
Cohen versus McCall. Cohen long. Goss with the rebound. McCall
That's tough.
over Cohen. That is a good shot by McCall.
Cohen literally had a hand in his face. He might have some of his sweat off his forehead on his fingertip. A tough contest.
Sandy looking for the answer, the 3-ball, and he's got another one. 3 made threes for Sandy Cohen in this one.
And you knew that was good. And if you're a big, you can't flat show. You got to step up and make him put it on the deck again and string out that ball screen action.
Sandy coming off an 18-point game on Saturday. He's already up to 17 in this one. Air ball. Sandy's got the rebound. Surveys the floor, gives it up. McLeod over Hall. And that's a couple over Hall.
It's tough, boy. I'll tell you what, the touch you have to get that shot off going baseline is ridiculous.
Pipes. Good pressure on Weatherford. Now Hall goes back to work. Baby hook, no good. Rebound, McNair. He'll push. McNair one-on-one with Hall. Drops it off. Hemphill with the finish. Good team basketball for the Phoenix.
Yeah,
And they've got the lead. Back the other way. Wild shot, Weatherford. McNair with the rebound. Cohen now.
and that's one of these runs that Coach Garner talks about with his teams when they can get going and able to put up points in a hurry. 7-0 run for this Phoenix team.
McLeod with another shot, this time the 3-ball and a timeout. Coach Garner's seen enough. The Phoenix have the lead, 47-43. We'll step away. This is
Stops and pushes for some easy buckets.
well, and that's where it all begins, with a stop on the defensive end, get out in transition, and then use those very quick athletic guards to get to the basket.
IUPUI with a team full of upperclassmen. Never seen anybody doing a dead ball, bring a huddle together, anything to try to talk each other through that little drought they had scoring wise. So.
And McLeod battling with Ishmael and a jump ball called. We have another timeout on the floor. It'll be IUPUI ball when we come back. You're watching Horizon League basketball game. Phoenix men will be hosting Milwaukee on campus. That ought to be some kind of atmosphere there. Meanwhile, Josh McNair with the rejection. Here's Justice challenging McNair. Couple of misses, and McLeod comes away with the rebound.
And that's playing the scout there. Justice isn't going to fly over you. Tries to jump into McNair, and McNair jumps backwards and avoids the foul. And good call. That's a good call.
You don't see it very often.
No, you don't.
Or it's not called very often.
Can't have two guys throwing the ball with two hands at the same time. And great call.
So the traveling violation, 16 turnovers for IUPUI in this one. Three-pointer is long by McLeod, and Hemphill called for the foul on the rebound attempt. So third foul on Hemphill.
Fourth team foul.
No fouls yet called on IUPUI here in the second half. Justice gives it up. McCall tries a left-hand, and McNair with the rejection. Josh with a couple of blocks in this game.
They're playing some solid defense. And McCall not able to get off the floor very much.
Well, Josh playing some limited minutes this season, but playing quite a bit tonight. He and Hunter Chris both getting some extra minutes, and it all starts with defense if you're going to play for Link Darner. There's a three-pointer. That is short. Ishmael battling for the ball in the 7'1" IUPUI center. Couldn't come up with it. Phoenix get the ball back.
And so IUPUI in quite the drought now. He hasn't 0 for the last 8 from the floor. Hasn't scored in 3 minutes and 29 seconds. You see them in a little 2-2-1 action, trying to, I don't know how that isn't a foul. You close the gap defensively, space your hips, and then you get that one. Yeah, you get the makeup call. It's undefeated. This one, I got you with the next closest available. And this is a foul. I mean, that's a clear foul in today's rule.
Coach Darner happy with that call.
Yeah, he wanted the first one. He had it right. But either way, IUPUI's got to find a way to see the ball go in on this. And in Green Bay, they figured out a way to tighten up defensively. I feel like IUPUI hasn't had a lot of quality looks.
Certainly have not when they've gotten to the basket. Josh McNair's been there for a couple of rejections as Sandy Cohen gets into the lane.
Yeah, Sandy Cohen barking too, letting them know about it. Manetti's too small, young fella.
Justice, step back, long three-pointer is short, and that'll go out of bounds. So Justice, 11 points in that first half. He's still at 11. 4 of 13 from the field tonight, 1 of 8 from the three-point line.
Yeah, and he's been short on a lot of his shots. So again, you get to this mid-season point, and sometimes them legs, they start playing tricks on you, logging a lot of minutes. Sometimes you got to be able to fight through some fatigue, and right now, Justice, I feel like he's short on a lot of his shots. This leg fatigue.
Well, certainly leg fatigue, but I certainly wouldn't put it past him.
I'm not leaving him open. I'm not
to
that
leave him
stupid
open.
now. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Been lucky with the ones that he's missed, maybe because them legs are a little heavy.
Well, we've seen that where the leading scorers of the opponent have not had very good games until we get down to crunch time.
Yeah.
Then they
turn it up.
Wake up and get to their point totals and get us to overtime. And so keep an eye on Justice, no doubt about that. So a turnover here by the Phoenix. Green Bay trying to protect a 6-point lead, 49-43. Manette guarded by Cohen. Here comes the screen from Ishmael. And Manette over Sandy Cohen, as those two were talking a little bit before.
And Manette lets him know about it.
Good hustle by Nick Rogers.
And McNair just got moving too fast with the basketball. And so did Rogers.
Ishmael with the call. Good job by Sandy Cohen. Got better position. Got in front of the 7-1 post player.
It just looks so funny. 7-1. I mean, Alec Brown was a 7-footer here at Green Bay a few years back, playing in the top league in Spain, and now, but you're seeing him against guys too, just not the same body type,
right.
but same height.
Ishmael's a little more spread out.
Yeah. Just the height difference.
Takes up a little more space in that lane. PJ challenging him. Almost got it to fall.
PJ Pipes, he's another one that can get it going. Looking for his first points of the night.
Yeah, when you're 6'6", and you're challenging like Sandy Cohen did, and PJ's 6'2", giving up almost a foot to Ishmael there, but PJ finds a way to get to the line, and that's the secret. If you're going to play against a taller guy, get him moving, get him up with the fakes, at least get to the free throw line, because you're probably not going to shoot over him.
No.
Something Benoit Benjamin taught me years ago. So Pipes out of Woodridge, Illinois. It's a free throw, 51-46 Green Bay. Phoenix trying to get to their 4th win of the conference season. They come in 3-2. IUPUI 2-3. Battle away from the ball. Manette and Pipes got tied up. Pipes hit the deck. Coach Gardner not happy with this call. Another one of the moving screens. We'll talk about it when we come back. This is Horizon League basketball.
You're going to have an offensive foul.
I believe that's 3 of them.
That's 4.
Four. Wow.
They had 4 turnovers just off of that action alone.
Cohen kicks it out to McNair. McNair nowhere to go. Christ thought about the three-pointer. Cam Hankerson back into the ball game. 7 on the shot clock. Chris to the baseline. And a turnover.
I don't know where Chris was going with that one. He got himself in some trouble, and luckily IUPUI didn't make that look. And McNair able to jump back in front and come up with the steal. And Justice, he has in this game, that's his 3rd turnover. But he's had some, I feel like, some uncharacteristic turnovers in this game. It seems like he's having, that's his 4th turnover.
That was great defense by McNair, dropping into help side. Because that was going to be a big dunk for Ishmael if he would have got his hands on that one. Meanwhile, Sandy Cohen heading back to the free throw line.
Sandy Cohen, the ability to elevate and attack.
Ishmael picks up his 3rd foul. So with that free throw, Cohen at 20 points in the ball game. Leads the team in scoring, assists, rebounds, steals, and minutes.
High fives, hugs, what else you want? Dunks. Deflections.
I tell you what, his free throw shooting, especially lately, just outstanding.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. Number 2 in the Horizon League. Started this game 94.7% from the free throw line in the 5 Horizon League games. And as Goss gets an easy bucket, and it's been a while since IUPUI has had an easy one.
Yes, it's been tough sledding. 1 for their last 12. 16-3 run over the last 6:34 for the Phoenix. But yeah, Sandy Cohen, he's been an absolute stud. He's on NBA radar already. He's had a lot of scouts in. Can do a little bit of everything. And he's an elite defender as well on the ball. So NBA going back to a smaller brand of basketball. He's maybe an ideal 3 or 2 defensively. Good pump fake. There's your pump fake, Ted.
Pump fake. Get the defender in the air. If you're not going to make the bucket, at least get to the free throw line.
Yeah. Paul able to get to the spot, jump stop, something that's not taught as much anymore.
No.
Coming 2 feet in the paint. Show. Once they go, you go.
So McCall to the free throw line. And again, IUPUI ranking 21st nationally in free throw attempts made. 23rd nationally in free throw attempts. So coming into this game, 420 free throw attempts already this season. And you, such a fan of free throws.
I love free throw, but they're not getting the ball in the bonus though. They're getting downhill and getting to the rack.
Haven't gotten to the free throw line all that often tonight.
That might be part of the reason for the scoring lull. I mean, the Phoenix have fouled, but they haven't sent them to the line. And if you're getting that many of your points from the free throw line, you're not getting them. Sometimes it makes it tougher on your offense.
3-point game. IUPUI 7 of 10 from the free throw line tonight.
IUPUI back in this 2-3 zone.
Hemphill. He will challenge Ishmael. Get an offensive rebound and a putback. Tank Hemphill.
Yes, quick off of his feet. I mean, he's always been bouncy. Gets his own miss. And Coach Gardner trying to get Hawes back in the game to combat that quick footwork off the ground. Hemphill on the other end on the offensive rebounds.
Minette tries to go over Trey Bell. We'll get a Phoenix foul. 9:04 remaining in this one. $20 on the shot clock. Kick to McCall. McCall with a walk.
And sometimes, I know that's, not a strength, but are you better off, even at 20, shooting that three? We could rebound that shot from Coach Gardner, right? Can't rebound that turnover.
20 turnovers in this game for IUPUI.
That's what Coach Gardner wants. He wants that turnover margin.
And Jaquan McLeod knocks down another three-pointer. So McLeod up to 16 points in the game.
Now 21 points off of turnovers for the Phoenix. 16 for IUPUI, the Jaguars, but
now we said IUPUI's been averaging 14.2 turnovers per game. So here they are at 20. Their season high for turnovers, 21, and that was last week against Cleveland State.
Yeah. It's been a dismal second half for them. I mean, 5 of 18 from the floor, 1 of 7 from 3. And the Phoenix, I feel like defensively have really turned it up. Holding this Jaguar team to 40% from the floor overall.
I will also let you know in that 21 turnover game against Cleveland State, IUPUI won that game.
That's a lot to overcome. So now you have the double, we call it when you double down, turnover and a foul that sends them to the line. The Jaguars for an opportunity at more points with the clock stopped. And a good deflection up top. Minette able to get a hand on the McLeod pass and McCall with the steal.
Unable to take advantage at the free throw line. And they've been shooting pretty well from the line too. So big break for the Phoenix, who lead by 6. McLeod gets Goss.
McLeod using the shot fake to get the defender to rise and then sweeps through his arms. And Goss, and smart basketball knowing you're in the bonus.
So Jaquan McLeod with his 16 points goes back to the free throw line. McLeod with a 25-point outing against Cleveland State on January 5th. That was his season high. His first year with the Phoenix.
He's just smooth. I mean, you look up, you were saying earlier, he was off to a slow start with 6 points, and look up now, sitting at 18 with 8 minutes to go.
More to come from him, I'm sure. So an 8-point lead now. 8 minutes to play. Weatherford working on pipes. Hall. Haven't called his name much here in the second half. And remember, you go back to that first half, the impact that Hall had. He had 8 points in that first half. He's still
6 of 6 from the line, 3 of 5 from 3. Then you go to the other side. IUPUI in this half, 5 of 18, 27.8%, 1 of 7 from 3. And now 7 of 9 from the free throw line. And it has been, though, more of the defensive pressure. The Phoenix have forced a ton of turnovers. And even though they have 16, they've still created 20 turnovers defensively. And they've needed those extra possessions. Now, talking about extra possessions.
right
Ross,
there.
free throw blockouts. Just exerting his will.
Now a 5-point game on the offensive rebound, and it doesn't matter what level you coach. That'll just drive any coach crazy when you give up an offensive rebound at the free throw line. And look out, McLeod missed the dunk. Here comes Minette. Minette challenged by Bell, and Bell will foul him and send him to the free throw line.
A good old school hard foul by Trey Bell. No free points. And I hope we're not reviewing this.
They are going to review. So again, what did you see there that would lead them to a review?
Well, you did have a big arm swing, a lot of contact. So they're going to see if the contact was excessive, and if it was, you'd have a flagrant foul, probably a flagrant one. You're not going to see anybody get ejected on this play. Trey Bell won't get ejected, but just checking to make sure there was no contact above the shoulders, and I thought it just was a good, clean, hard foul.
So we can take a look here from our up top angle.
And we're watching, I think, what the referees or officials are watching. I mean, making a play on the ball, not above the neck, didn't push him down. In the 80s, they wouldn't even have called anything, Ted. They would have told him to get up.
That was a very quick review. Yeah. So common foul. So 60-55, and an opportunity here for the Jaguars to cut into that with Minette at the free throw line. 82% free throw shooter out of Terre Haute, Indiana. Sophomore. Minette, if you remember, big three-point shooter, especially last year. 51 three-pointers made last year as a freshman.
Yeah.
39 coming into this game. He's only got one today, so 40 made three-pointers on the season for Minette.
And you say knockdown shooter. Speaking of knockdown shooter, McLeod, I feel like what a good decision. Not square, not on the catch.
Hemphill. Take what the defense gives you.
Yeah, absolutely. Hemphill in the high post, getting a touch. Able to make them pay. It's just too easy to give up that high post that way. Deny that a little bit. Hemphill makes them pay.
I feel like the Jaguars, when they have come out to defend that high post, they drop it off on the baseline and almost get dunked on. So trying to prevent the dunk. But on the other end, we were just talking about Minette. He knocks down his second three of the game.
And able to, Sandy Cohen with his hands down defensively. Minette able to do his best job to make him pay for it. And that's, again, talk about shooters. Sometimes getting to that free throw line and just seeing the ball go in, and all of a sudden you're in a groove. You know, take a couple times to see that net ripple just a little bit for you, and all of a sudden you're hot.
It's a good battle between those two guys that can really get off the ground. Look like a superhero airborne fight.
Yeah, I need that Ninja Turtle fight for myself. I'm on the ground. I'm flying here. Have to meet me on the streets.
So Hemphill. Second free throw. Second one is good. Tank has struggled a bit from the free throw line, but gets one of them. So it's a three-point game for the Phoenix. Pipes. Back to work. Full court pressure. And let's see, the Phoenix bench arguing for a travel, but
On
they're
the
going to get
catch.
Trey Bell.
On the reverse pivot, looked like he could have had a foot shuffle or a pivot slide. But instead, they got Trey Bell with the foul on the arm bar. Now you're shooting 2 the rest of the way here with 6:18. And this game does not need any help being congested. I don't know if you had anything there. That was a good move, both
Well,
of
if you
them.
said he caught it when he made the catch originally, so
he
that
stepped out.
replay started a little late, so neither helping or hurting your argument.
No. I'm always right anyways. At least my wife tells me I'm not.
1 point game here. We got a good one closing in on 6 minutes remaining in this second half. Trey Bell, long on the 3, and IUPUI has a chance to take the lead. It's been a while.
They weathered the storm, though. Went through a scoring drought on the road and still in this thing.
Tried to go over the top, and Trey Bell says, not today. Another turnover. 21 in the game now for IUPUI. That matches a season high for turnovers.
And a lot of them just careless, lackadaisical passes, not enough urgency or commitment to making a good play.
Offensive foul as P.J. Pipes working against the defender. Did he create the space with the push?
Absolutely. Didn't need it either. I feel like you need to just use the shoulder to create that separation. You got a full extension on the arm. That's going to get you for that one.
Yeah.
Coach Garner was hot, but I don't think that was that was one that wasn't. That was actually a good call. And for the most part, refs get most of these calls right. They have it subjective. They have some bad calls in the game as well, but done a pretty good job tonight.
Now the fake dribble handoff. Look out! My goodness, DJ McCall back to the straight line layups.
Yeah, again, no communication on the fake dribble handoff, and it's just so easy. No help side defense either with the ball on the right wing. Got to have somebody on that second line of defense. Can't chase on the weak side.
McCall with 16 points in the game, brings it across the timeline. He wants to go to the bucket again, but instead kicks out to Justice. Offensive rebound, Hall taken away by Pipes. Cohen challenging Manette, and a foul, and Sandy hits the backstand awkwardly. Hopefully he's going to be all right.
Yeah, that was a weird combination of contact. And yeah, just got tied up. Yeah, he's lucky. Hall landed on his legs, not intentionally.
Sandy.
The crowd saying, "Are you going to the monitor?" Oh, bless their hearts. Big Mama would say.
And Sandy composes himself, knocks down the first free throw.
That man's got ice in his veins, though. He's not afraid of the moment. 22 points, 8 rebounds, a few assists, couple of steals. Announcer's jinx.
Rare miss. 5 of 6 from the line tonight. Again, shooting 95% from the line in Horizon League play. Better than that now. That's what he was shooting coming into this one. McCall spinning, blocked by McNair. McNair. This is Josh McNair block party tonight. 3 of them in this game.
He's going in the paint.
McLeod off balance, spins. And here comes IUPUI. Deep release, stolen, and the Phoenix turn him over.
And that's one IUPUI had a layup and just not able to gather the basketball. And instead, they're following Senator Hankerson to the line. But he just slowed down their rhythm.
4 on the shot clock. Tipped away by Justice. Chased down by Sandy Cohen. Couldn't get there this time. That was a good finish by Justice.
Yeah,
he had to adjust his shot.
Well, he set it up like he was shooting a right-hand layup. Kept it in his right hand, reversed it on the left-hand side. I'm talking about working on your skill work.
I'm sure he's seen what Sandy Cohen can do blocking from behind. 13 points in the game for Justice, 10 on the shot clock. McLeod short on the three-pointer. And now IUPUI with the ball in a 4-point lead, 2:20 to play. Justice drops off to Hall. Hall rejected by Josh McNair. Fourth block of the game. Pipes behind the back, trying to get to the hole. Kicks back out to Cohen. They find Hankerson in the corner, and Cam, a munch. Well, and now they get the attention of the official here. Yep. There's some moisture on the court, so they're going to try to take care of that. All right, so we'll get back to work here. And it's and the officials didn't see it, the players didn't see it. It came from the stands, and the big thing was safety here, because you see a lot of action here. You'd hate to see anybody get hurt with a little moisture on the court here.
You don't want anyone stepping on a wet spot.
So look at that taken care of. 1:45 remaining. IUPUI with the lead. They've got the ball. McCall all the way to the hoop, and we'll have some free throws coming up. Sandy Cohen with the foul.
And Sandy Cohen dropping those hips again. McCall's so good at getting downhill, though. But you see, Sandy Cohen's opened all the way up. McCall able to get all the way to the rim. And even if you don't get that foul call, you have to follow up by Weatherford on the weak side. So McCall, who's 6 for 7 from the free throw line here, with a chance to extend this lead.
McCall, 23-year-old senior out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Knocked them both down, back to a 3-point game. 1:40 to go. Full court pressure by the Jaguars.
And now what type of look can you get versus this zone? Don't need a three. Just take the best available shot.
Pipes, the floater. McNair fighting for the rebound. Got it and gets the putback. Great job. Josh McNair having a terrific game tonight.
No, he's having a big-time game. And I tell you what, you had Weatherford, or maybe it was Hall, trying to block that rebound, and he was still able to squeeze it, gather and finish. You see Hall there, yep, and McNair able to stay with it. And so now if you're IUPUI, what type of shot can you get? And then if you're Green Bay, can you get a stop and another push here? Give yourself a chance to take the lead. Both teams with 2 timeouts left to finish here too.
71-70. It's IUPUI with the lead. The Jaguars are 7-0 when holding opponents to 70 points or less, and Green Bay's at 70. Minette uses all of the rim.
You got to give him, before he uses the toilet roll to get that to drop. Shot fake to lift the defender and get into the heart of the defense and see another one go in. And again, Coach Garner saying you got to go. And that's the last person you want to leave there.
McLeod misses from the corner, and a foul by McNair. Not a bad foul. Stop the clock.
Not a bad foul at all. And you had a quality look from McLeod. Just missed it a little short, but it was straight on. Bounced it straight back to him.
And again, 70 has been the magic number for IUPUI. Interesting that they are right at that number right now, and they've got the lead.
And you got the person you want at the free throw line shooting right now.
88% free throw shooter.
Oh, man. That's an announcer's jinx.
I don't know about that. Not this guy.
No.
He's too good.
Locked in.
13 points in the game. Make it 14 and a 4-point lead now.
That was funny before the game.
McLeod, Pipes, and Cam Hankerson, all capable of the long ball. Cohen, quick shot off the glass. Schwartz had it for a second. And now Justice has the ball, and they will have to foul. And Justice got poked in the eye.
That's one way to make sure he can't see the rim is the eye gouge by Cody Schwartz. It's old school basketball right there.
Well, that's certainly not intentional.
No.
Just reaching in, trying to get the ball back.
Just saying, go for the old eye gouge. Just a tad move right there.
You've been watching too much wrestling. So Cameron Justice back to the free throw line. 3 of 5 at the free throw line tonight. And again, we talked about it as he struggled a little bit throughout this game, putting the ball in the hoop. But you know that a guy that's in the top 40 in the nation scoring, he is going to get his points and he's going to be a factor down the stretch. And a couple of free throws here, and that is certainly the case. 6-point lead.
That's still a 2-possession game. They're not going to leave any shooters. But now you kind of have to take the 3.
Cam Hankerson, short. That goes out of bounds, and 5.6 seconds remaining in this one. Sandy Cohen led the way for the Phoenix tonight. He had 22 points. Jaquan McLeod, 18 in this contest. Good job by IUPUI. They were led by McCall, DJ McCall with 18 points in the game. Manette 13. Justice had 16 points. Green Bay will get the last possession with 0.7 seconds remaining. And that shot is no good, and we have gone final. With the loss, the Phoenix dropped to 9-10 on the season, 3-3 in Horizon.